Hey guys, Sean here. So I just got done with the HLTV.org podcast where we all talked about the Pick'em as like a collective. So if you want like in depth, like my thoughts on everything, that's probably got a lot of them. I guess I'll go over my challenger picks first here for my own video though. So I got the 3-0 pick right, but unfortunately the team that I would have put in here fours didn't end up making it through. So Furia kind of failed, obviously, and then Simon was much better than we expected. I ended with 6 points. It's not too bad. I kind of thought going into that last day, fours would give me my 7th point, but they fell short. G Meters had, honestly, probably like the most impressive challenger stage run I've ever seen. So let's hop into the legend stage. Here we go. So the 3-0 teams, only 2 teams go 3-0, by the way. That's how the math works out here. So, Jesus. Sorry about the mic quality, by the way. It's my laptop. So we have a Astralis and Liquid as my heavy favorites to go 3-0. They cannot play each other on their path if they go 3-0. Obviously, Astralis would have the top seed. Liquid, I believe, has the 2nd seed. Obviously, right behind them for their, the odds of going 3-0 would be someone like Navi, maybe Energy. Vitality looked really shaky in that challenger stage, so maybe not them. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to say Liquid. Initially, I was thinking about putting Astralis here just because they have the #1 seed, and obviously they're playing Dream Eaters first, which I think they should be able to get that win. But I don't really know much about Astralis right now. I know Liquid has been working their asses off over the player break boot camping now for like weeks actually in Malta. So I love their passion that they're coming to this major with, despite the fact that they're already the #1 team. So let's put them there. I'm gonna put Dream Eaters as my 0-3 team. They've had a good run so far, but being the last seed in this stage is such an insurmountable task for them, right? They're going to go up against Astralis first, and from every round they're on out, they're probably going to be playing the hardest team possible. So they might be able to sneak out an upset and go 1-3, but there's some heavy hitters here in this stage of the tournament. So let's go right into the bottom. Obviously, I'm going to put Astralis down here based on what I just said. Navi, I definitely have coming through. NRG is like one of those teams where I'm thinking in my head they'll definitely go through, but is there a world where they don't go through? Yes, I definitely think so. They're not locks by any means. So, because I think it's actually the first time making it to this stage. Is that correct? Did they bomb out of Challenger last time, or did they bomb out of Legends? I don't remember. They bombed out one of them. Anyway, Mousesport's going in here after Energy. I liked what I saw out of them in that last stage. They have a deep map pool. Their young stars are all hitting their shots whenever I watch them. And they have some innovative things. The fact that they play Vertigo is really cool. That smoke that made Reddit that Robs through on Inferno, you guys should definitely check that out because that was a very valuable smoke to learn. Next up, so I kind of want to lean towards putting Vitality in here. I think we have to, right? They're the #2 team in the world, and yeah, that challenger stage was atrocious, right? They played the worst teams there. They barely made it through, but that's kind of like why I'm giving them a break, I guess. Giving them a break, I guess would be the correct wording. They can't have much research on those teams. They're used to playing the main teams on the circuit, and all of the teams that they played in that previous stage, I'm pretty sure they probably don't have much experience against. So I'm hoping they can bounce back. It's honestly a risky pick based on their form that I saw them, but I have faith that they'll regain their form when they play these top teams. So from here, it gets weird, right? Because ENCE is playing with Alexi B, although we already know that Sunny has joined the team. So I believe they've even been practicing with Sunny, according to his Instagram. So that's weird. MIBR is playing with Zeus. Base Clan is a team that actually has had a boot camp, what I learned today, for 2 weeks. And it really makes me want to put them into this next stage. I'm going to do that. I have a lot of faith in those players. They're all, legends in their own right. Neil will have had a time to, actually put his system in play, which he hadn't before. I'm sure Yanko is going to have a big playbook coming into this. There's no way FaZe bombs out. For sure, there's no way FaZe bombs out, right? I think I had them as like a fringe team in my mind, like maybe 3-2, exactly like they did last major. So there's just too much talent on that roster, in my opinion, to not squeeze through. We have NIP, who's playing with Golden. Honestly, I think they could show us some good stuff here. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's very difficult, actually, to pick these teams right now. Like MIBR, for example, yes, they're playing with Zeus, but actually, I believe in Chicago, they beat G2 2-1, and G2 is a top 10 team in the world. It's just like, what the hell? Renegades is coming off of a 2-week boot camp. You can't take their previous results into account because they weren't really practicing, right? They were on vacation, and they had Grat having visa problems, stuck in Australia. Now they have a boot camp before this major, and according to the mouse coach, they're playing lights out in scrims, but I can't put them into this last slot. I don't know. I just can't do it. We have North. I was really impressed with their CT sides in Challenger stage, but their T sides looked so lackluster. They were so pitiful when I watched them. Just everything very easy to read, lack of map control, executing too much. So I don't want to put North in here. But is there a world where North makes it through? Yeah, they have like one of those middle seeds, so they're going to get good matchups, time and time again. They could literally beat, I think they play a Vitality in their opening matchup, so they could definitely make it. Crazy is one of those teams that, do they have enough skill to compete with these teams? Yes. Do I think their playbook is deep enough, though, to beat these teams? I'm going to say no. Can they prove me wrong? Yes, for sure. It's just when I watched them, they're very loose. They rely on their individuals making plays. And when you're playing teams like these that have, such strong fundamentals and good utility usage, it's hard to come by those picks. So I don't think I'm going to put Crazy in here, but honestly, they could definitely end up being here. So this last pick, I'm kind of thinking it's between G2 or ENCE. And ENCE, so I used berlin.wa.vg, and this is like a matchup simulator, right? You can like pick who you think is going to win each match, and then it'll show you what the next round matchups are. And ENCE has quite good matchups, right? They play Avantgarde in the first match, very winnable, even though it's not like really their actual team. And then in the next match, I think it said, who did it say they were playing? Oh, NIP. NIP's not playing with their actual full roster, so that's a winnable match. Or it could have had them playing NRG too. That was like another possibility. Obviously, like this is me predicting 8 different matches, so I'm not gonna tell you guys my thoughts there because it's just so much variance. But this lot, I'm just gonna go G2. Like they showed me the most in the Challenger stage amongst all these teams. I was very impressed. I think that teams coming out of the Challenger stage will benefit, will heavily be. They definitely have the advantage because think about it coming out of the players break, right? They had to come into that Challenger stage right after the player break having prepared. So that means that they were playing CS probably in that player break, and they have that on these other teams from the Legend stage who likely, extended their vacations a little bit and, relaxed a little bit more. And they got used to that competitive environment again, right? These other teams haven't been playing in tournaments for like a month now. So with that being said, Liquid obviously bootcamp for a long time. I'm sure Charlotte is ready to play this event because they've been silent everywhere, and that's typically a sign that team is working very, very hard. I know that Nolly's making it deep in this event. I just feel it. So, I think this is what I'm gonna stick with. Yep, this is it. This is what I'm gonna stick with. But if you guys want to play it safe, right? So if you guys want to play it safe and probably secure yourself 5 points no matter what I would do if I were you is I would remove liquid like that. I would do this. So obviously getting the 3-0 team isn't the easiest thing. It's quite random. But we're all pretty sure that Liquid's gonna make it to the bracket stage of this event. So this would, in my opinion, it would almost be impossible to not get 5 points out of this. I feel like it's literally like impossible. Can't see a world where this doesn't get you 5 points. Yeah, I can, I guess. I just feel like these 5 teams are like locks in my head to make it through. Watch, there's going to be like a million upsets. I'm going to be completely wrong. Anyway, this is what I'm going to go with, guys. And yeah, let's lock it in. Cool. Let me know what you think. Peace out, guys.